as if the game itself just wasn't just tasty, wasn't just if the game was all I had, if it was all the people questioning Ollie with the lineup, going back to McFred, having Dan James on the wing, thinking, oh no, here we go again. It's gonna be all just like last season. If it was just the game, the takeaway from the games, the 4 assists from Pogba, the 3 goals from Bruno, when we could have even had more. It could have been worse than 5-1 easily. If I just had the game, the match to go off of, nothing but positives to take away from it. This is, we had Sancho come in at the end, so we're not even getting full Sancho. Varane, basically announced right before the game. Might have him next week. Depends. We'll see. So we still have Lindelof. We still had McFred. We still had Dan James on the wing. No Rashford. And Leeds really came in. You really came in. You know, I really only wish I had just the game to go off of. I know it's Man United versus Leeds, but you really came in. You know, you could learn a lot, Leeds. You really could learn a lot from Brentford. A club who has been struggling and fighting for decades, for generations, to get back to top flight football. Who have fought, bled, sweat, and did all the work, and got to the top, and as soon as they came to the top, they beat an established giant in Arsenal. And the fans were nothing but class. We're just happy to be here. I never thought I'd live to see the day. I never thought I'd live to see my club be in top flight sports at all, at the top, and beat Arsenal handedly. And the whole time, class acts, the entire lot of them. The entire lot of them. Whenever Arsenal subs on Saka, what does everyone do? Stands up for the lad. Because at some point, it seemed that as a nation, as a group, after that Euros finals loss, y'all came together and decided we're better than what we were in the 90s. We're better people. We're not going to attack these people like we attacked the Beckhams and we attacked all of those kids from the 90s. We're better than that. We're better than that. We love the game, but ultimately it's just a game. There's a line, and we need to be civil, and we need to understand that there's always more. There's always the future. We're better than that. So whenever Saka comes on, nothing but class. We love the kid. The kid's going to do great things. Go on, have a day. Granted, it is easier to clap for the kid whenever you've already basically destroyed and have been, pocketing his club all game. I will admit, it's easier to do that. But they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to stand up. That's class. That's class. That's not, I feel, okay, all right, okay, walls are closing in on me. Yeah, sure, yeah. And no, they stood up voluntarily because that's class. Those are moments that you remember. Whenever you look back, you think of moments like that. That whole experience you'll remember, that Brentford Arsenal game. You know what I'm going to remember from the Leeds game? Going up against you lot? It's not going to be the 5-1. It's not going to be completely shellacking you. The second you thought, oh, we got the game in our grasp, we've equalized, now it's time for us to take over, you're doing your dances and you're chanting, and then like 2 minutes later we scored and we go on a roll and just plow you over. I'm not going to remember that. What I'm going to remember is that before the match, you're doing chants calling Marcus Rashford and Jadon Sancho bastards and that they let their country down. I know you're not used to being up here again. I know that's just, you're still kind of feeling it out. You didn't get to see your club last season. I understand. Emotions are a little high, okay? But when you're taking lessons From Brentford? You know what you are? You're like the kid that the parents come and dump off at daycare. They put him in the little pen. They go, all right, there you go. All right. Try not to bite anyone. Okay. Bye. Bye, honey. That's what you are. You're just that rabid, little, vicious little kid that just wants to get out the pen and just start running out and just punching kids on the playground. And what happens? They let you out. All right, there you go. Try not to burn the place down. And what do? You immediately start attacking some of your nation's best players. You're a bastard. You let your country down. You let your country down. You're the bastards. And I know, here comes the American, doesn't understand Leeds United. Doesn't understand a rival. Yeah, okay. Yeah. At some point, there's moments in a country's social climate. I can tell you first-handedly, whenever George Floyd died, there was a moment where everyone kind of looked around and said, you know what? That's wrong. We need to be better, and we need, to improve upon that. There's a moment. And whenever the Euro final happened, you all looked around and you said, you know what? We've been here before. We know this before. And what did we do last time? We absolutely tried to derail these kids' lives. And we know we're better than that. We're better than that. We've grown. We've progressed. These kids are great role models. Marcus Rashford is possibly the greatest role model in world football. Definitely in English football. We're better than that. At the end of the day, it's just a game. For the most part, as far as I've seen, that's become the case. But you couldn't help yourself. You couldn't help yourself, couldn't you? Having a couple of pints with the lads, we're in the stadium, probably getting some bets down, and we're just, we're feeling the vibes and stuff like that. You really thought that you were going to come into Old Trafford at full capacity and you were going to just get away with calling Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford bastards and that they let their country down. And then you do that. It's almost just poetically just beautiful, isn't it? And I hope you keep that same energy. I really hope you do keep that same energy, Leeds, because whenever you're just stuck in 10th, 11th, 12th, God pray you see 9th, purgatory. I truly hope you keep that same energy going in the match days. I truly hope, that's weird. Only Marcus and Jadon got them right. Oh, because they missed their... No one else on the England team. I guess Luke Shaw didn't let his country down. Because he didn't. I guess Harry Maguire didn't let his country down. He's not a bastard because he didn't. Because he's not. Oh, but Rashford hit the post. And then Sancho... Southgate, threw Sancho into there. And they missed. So they're bastards and they let their country down. I want to think, and I just want you to just grovel for the rest of the season in mediocrity that you're going to be just stuck in. You're going to feel like you're paralyzed in how mediocre your season's going to be. And I want you to keep that same energy that you had on match day 1. I want you to keep that with you for the rest of the season and see where it takes you. Because Brentford, after that Arsenal game, watching those fans, seeing how they love the team, how they're all class acts, they made a fan of me. I wonder how many people became Leeds fans from what y'all did and how y'all act. I doubt many. I really do. And I feel bad for you because you might have just been excited. No, I'm not gonna make excuse. That's you collectively got together and you're like we're a little scummy, right? You're a little scummy. I'm a little scummy. All right, and then the chant starts. Keep that same energy. See ya in 12th.